better way, better life, more meaning.
Sometimes life needs adjustments to work out for us, and making these adjustments can be difficult to see. Welcome to Change for a Better Life, Love, and Health with Nadia, a weekly empowerment show hosted by world-traveled Nadia Rosh, as she brings needed information to help you select the right path in life's challenges, relationships, and just taking care of your body. Nadia welcomes all questions on the show by calling 888-565-1470 and asking anything that you're having a problem with. You can see Nadia on ChangeForTheBetter.tv, as each week she will bring new solutions to your life. And to reach Nadia directly, call 954-907-5176. Now, let's get ready for change with Nadia Rosh.
Yes, hello everybody, this is Nadia Rosh, and we are Monday 6 p.m. And my guest today, Dawn Graubert.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Can
too.
you introduce yourself a little bit? We know with whom we are
Absolutely.
friendly talking today.
I am Dawn Graubert. Thank you for having me. This is such an honor.
You're welcome.
So I am many facets of my life. Currently, I co-host a radio internet show on Wednesday evenings from 7 to 7:30 called Two Broads from Boca. Mm-hmm. And what our show talks about, we really focus on children, families, women, relationship, all of those topics that you talk about with your girlfriends over coffee, at the doctor's office.
Yes.
But when you leave those doors, you go into this perfect world. Mm-hmm. So it's all of those topics that we're opening the lines of communication and really trying to deal with on air to make people feel empowered, feel supported, so that nobody is alone.
Yes, and you working mostly with the families, with the children. You told me you very passionate about working
Correct.
and help children.
Correct.
Right?
So my background is in special education. So I have a master's in special education. I then stayed home, raised my children, was a big advocate for PTA, did the PTA president and room mom. And as my kids grew, I then started running a pediatric practice for 12 years. Mm-hmm. And it started a few days a week, and then I ran it and did all the medical billing.
Yeah, okay.
So that really, it took me away from my passion, but I was still able to work with children and families. Mm-hmm. And it was on healthcare and empowering them and getting them to the right referral sources and nutrition, exercise, things just to keep families together and moving.
So you recommended actually on traditional kind of medicine for families and children?
Well, if you
this
need
is a traditional medicine?
It wasn't traditional pediatric practice. It wasn't an acupuncture holistic.
Okay.
But that led me to my opportunity to go back and become a certified health coach. Mm-hmm. So with that, I'm able to pull from all my different facets of life.
Yes, exactly. This is how it actually go.
Yes.
You just use all your knowledge and understanding and experience in your life and become to help to the people. That's what I do too.
Correct.
So helping people. I received a question last week after my show. We talk about relationship and how to stay happy, how to set your mind to stay happy. And people asking, okay, give me example. You know what? We are in so stressful world. Everything is kind of unpredictable, and people stressful. They have a fear of the future, and this is actually holding them to make today life is happy because they worry so much. So you probably similar with this situation when his parents don't know what to do with a kid.
Even parents, even yourself. I mean, think about, not you, but think about your community at large. They feel stuck. Yes. So I actually just started doing a new meditation.
Yes.
And it's getting unstuck. And unstuck means getting unstuck from feeling the pressures of feeling that you can't go forward. So it's really not thinking about the future and not thinking about the past, but what you have now.
That's a life what you have.
And where you are. And it may not be perfect, but it's your reality and where you want to go, because everyone deserves a good life.
Exactly.
Whatever their life is, whatever it means to you, you deserve that life.
That's actually, we are humans. We are looking happiness. We are looking, a joy this life. We are looking to, to be inside, in out, so, happy and pleasant, feel pleasant in life. But people is don't believe they can do this because their routine is bring them in a box, and they're going from one point to another point, and they don't know how to go out of this box.
I know. And I feel very fortunate. We were talking earlier that way back in college, my undergraduate degree was actually in communications.
Yes.
So fast forward 28 years, and here I am. Because life happens, but if you follow your passion and you just keep going, you never know what opportunities open. Mm-hmm. But sometimes my visualization today was you feel like a balloon, and you keep going higher and higher and finding your higher purpose, and everyone's down here on the ground pulling the string, going, you can't do that.
Yes.
And you're thinking, but I can. And they're going, but no, you can't.
Sometimes
right?
it's people jealous on you, when
That's
you
it.
grow and they don't know how, or they don't want. So they don't want it you to grow also.
Right.
And they try to converse you. No, stay with what you have.
Right.
Don't go forward. Don't change anything. You and me, we are the people who actually not afraid to change anything. So
Well, that's
we are
it.
change our
That's it, because if you can look at change differently,
Mm-hmm.
instead of change being bad, if you actually think of change as being good,
yes.
it opens up the possibility. You don't know what possibilities it opens until you
Try.
accept the
Yes,
change.
yes.
It could be great.
You
It could
never
be
know
terrible,
until you
but
try,
it could be
yes.
really great and something new. And then it's the shift, because then you watch everyone around you have to change because you've now redefined your role in life.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Yes. So we're talking about how the specific technique. People asking, what can I do today now? I'm driving now from work to home mostly. People now think finish their work and go home. They sitting in a car and listening us and
Right.
what we can do to change our life, because I'm stressful now from work. I'm stressful now to driving this car in traffic is horrible. So what you recommended to do?
Oh my gosh,
So,
I get it.
yes.
I came home from the Two Boys show today.
Yes.
So to keep my life where it is, and my son's home from college for the summer, I came home, did some follow-up emails, put dinner in, a load of laundry, one in the wash, one in the dryer, changed my clothes, freshened up, and came here. So we all have our tasks we have to do
Yes.
to keep going.
Yes.
But if you can feel empowered and center yourself and say, you know what, it's all going to be okay.
Yes.
My question on our show, I think a couple weeks ago, was if you could tell your 12-year-old self or your 20-year-old self something. So I would tell your listeners, if you could tell your 12-year-old or your 20-year-old self something now from experience, what would it be? Mm-hmm. And most of the responses were, it's going to be okay. If I knew then what I know now.
You don't have this experience of fear, what we are actually
Right.
accumulate in our lives.
It's going to be okay. We move forward.
Right. But ridiculous all this thing is actually fear is not existed as a physical thing, because this is only in our mind. So we can't control this thing.
We can't.
We can control the life to change our thinking. And
It's hard, though. It's easy for you and I to say that.
no, this is not hard, because I go through these things few years ago.
Yeah?
Yes, I was in a very hard for me breakup with my man. So for me, this is shock. This is like life is finished, and I have to change my thoughts and change everything, my behaviors, my point of view of my life, because we was in a relationship 8 years,
It's a long time.
a long time, and I my perspective of the relationship is forever,
Right.
and this is suddenly everything crash. So I can say by myself, it's possible to us to change, because I did this. If I did, everybody can do. We are not different. It's just a set of mind.
Yes.
How you want to live. What do you really want in your life? You want to still be where you're at now, or you want to better life.
But I think it goes back to what you said before, that it's fear. It's not that people don't want to change. It's the fear of change. It's the fear of, can I? What if I fail? It's that fear of failure. And
But
so
this is
people
also
feel stuck.
controllable. You know, this is also controllable and changeable, because it's all in your mind. Again, it is nowhere else. It's not because of circumstances. It's not because of people, not because of anything. It's all in your mind. And I go through this, you know, I know this is, you can change, and you can be happy without even you think what make you happy. Because some people think, oh, if I have this one, I will be happy. If I have this one, I will be happy. No, happiness is a
Happiness
action
comes from
inside
within,
of you. Yes, and this is first is a little bit, you know, when you're depressed and, you know, you don't know what to do, and everybody is make some kind of point for you, do this, or do this, and you are absolutely lost. That's what you think.
So I think
is,
you
know,
have to go in baby steps.
Yes.
You can't go from A to Z. You have to go in little baby steps.
Yes.
And what someone told me was really great. She said, if people base their happiness on money, and a lot of people do, they think happiness is all of this money.
And
So-
then they have money, they're more miserable when
Well,
this
so you
the
have all this
before.
money, and then what if you don't
No.
have your health?
Yes.
So is
Yeah.
happiness really the money? Happiness is how, I think, how
Or
you handle your
love,
circumstances.
No relationship. Yes.
Right.
It's how you can be happy if you're not loved, or you're not loved by somebody else. But you know what is what I found for myself, and actually helping a lot of people to break this thing, you know, this border, to go forward, to start doing physical things, you know, physical exercise, physical movement.
Just move.
Just move.
Just move.
You know what? Just
Right.
wake up in the morning without breakfast, without anything, you know, it just start walking on the street. Or, you know, I prefer to go to the beach and swim, because its water is so amazing. It's not just to refresh you, it cleans all. Okay, we have to take a break a little bit and we come back. All right, stay with us. We will be back.
Better life, more
Do you feel
meaning.
stuck in all areas of your life and are unable to make a change? Do you feel unfulfilled and want more of your life? Do you have a big challenge or goal in your life that you're trying to achieve? Let's get ready to transform your life. Nadia Rosh could be the missing ingredient in your life. Nadia Rosh is a life coach that will help you get from where you are to where you want to be in your life. Being a client of Nadia, you will be able to achieve personal and professional goals, restore happiness in your life, decrease stress, increase confidence, and self-esteem. Nadia has helped clients develop deeper and closer relationships, improve communication skills, and gain greater clarity and understanding in your life. Nadia coaches men, women, adults, or youth, and helps everyone get ready to transform their life. Call Nadia Rosh at 954-907-5176 or visit Radio Nadia 777 at gmail.com and get your free consultation. Join our radio TV show on ChangeForTheBetter.tv and ask your questions on the air. Call 954-907-5176 today and change for the better. You are listening to Change for a Better Life, Love, and Health with Nadia Rosh as she explains options in your life. Join the conversation by calling 888-565-1470 and talking with Nadia. If you would rather write in a question, visit her website at www.changeforthebetter.tv and chat in a question. Nadia promises to respond as quickly as she can. Now, back to our show.
Better life, more meaning.
So, okay, we are back. Thank you for your patience. And with me is Don Graubert.
Thank you.
And we're talking about relationship. And actually, we're talking about what is technique to stay happy these days when is the stress, where is the, you know, you don't know what's going on all around, and media telling you
The media's
we
crazy.
are not. not in a good stage.
My favorite thing, honestly, is I don't turn on the TV or the radio
Yes.
in the morning when I wake up. Mm-hmm. And I try not to get on my social media devices because you're just blasted with nothing good,
With the
negativity.
negative thoughts.
So you go to sleep and you're peaceful.
Yes.
And you go to sleep having your peaceful thoughts and calming your mind and your
Yes.
body and finding your happiness. And you wake up to the blaring TV and something bad happening. So I've really tried to either find a funny show. I used to be Gilmore Girls. If I could find like a funny go-to comedy in the morning, or nothing, just music or just quiet.
You know, I'm practicing actually I'm practicing meditation
Yeah.
in the morning when I just waking up. Is my phone is here and I know my program is right there, and I just
Right.
put the meditation in 10, 15 minutes, whatever you can afford to do.
Right.
So you do it. And people say, oh, I'm too busy. I have no time. You know what? If you want to change, if you want to change your life and not complain anymore about you don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have, just start changing something.
Just take a step. You know, you're going to
And-
laugh because sometimes I turn on my meditation because I'm running late when I'm in the shower getting dressed.
Yeah.
Because what you're in the shower, you're thinking. So
Yes.
you may as well think centered thoughts about a positive day. Even though your day is going to be your day, if you can structure it the right way, everyone takes a shower in the morning.
Second one, what I start to telling you is my practice, and I recommend it to everybody because that's work. It's really work. You start do physical
Yeah.
movement. You know, if you can go out of house, some the parents with young children, they can go right away. You know, out of house because they can't leave the house because it's children. You know what? Just turn the radio, turn the music, and start dancing.
There you go.
And start dancing with your
There you go.
children.
Right.
You know, it's so much fun, and this is movement.
I love that idea.
Yes. You know what? And when I was depressed, the first what I found it myself, I start thinking, what is actually I like to do in my life? And I never did. You know, it's kind of circumstances would not let me. So I raised two sons, you know, and changed the countries, and you know, this is the big things. So, and I start thinking, and I say, okay, I love music and I love dancing, but I never dance. And I start taking classes of Latin dance,
Oh, wow.
salsa, bachata, compa,
Nice.
and this is increase my self-esteem. This is, you know, this is like a dance therapy. I want to do these classes too about dance therapy.
That's a great idea.
Because this is not just a dance and music. This is connection. This is exchange energy between happy people. You can't be depressed and dance.
It's like Zumba,
It's like, yeah,
right?
whatever
you get out and get moving.
Exactly. Whatever
Great idea.
movement you like it to do it. You know, just a jump. Put a small trampoline in your backyard and
Right.
go and jump. Just jump like a crazy, like a kid. You
I
know?
love the idea, though, that you had, and I'm going to incorporate that with my health coaching.
Exactly.
Is dance with your kids.
Yes.
Because even you can get goofy and crazy and they're going to laugh at you. But when you're laughing, laughter is the best.
Exactly.
That's a great
high
idea.
energy. This is what keep us alive, you know, the high frequency energy. And negative, when you dance, when you play, when you laugh, is no negative thoughts in your mind.
Right?
And you kind of avoid all this thing what is coming to you too. And second thing, you have to focusing what you want to do, you know. Focusing, it's you know, it's a lot of different recommendation how to focusing. It's also meditation, you know, you just clean your mind from crazy thoughts, what you have, negative thoughts. But focusing on what actually questions you asking yourself during the day. If you asking negative questions, like what I gonna do?
How am I going to get everything done?
You know what?
Right.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna be enough. Change that.
That's
and
it.
Say, I gotta get it. I can do it. You know,
Right. Just do it.
And just start
Isn't that
doing.
Nike? Just do it.
It's
Just
just-
move. Just have one. If you can just have one positive, because I think people get overwhelmed by the thought of having positive thoughts all day long. Because you want to, but you can't. And I'll say to my kids, if you have that one negative thought, change one thought,
Yes.
and then change another thought.
It's also a lot of technique how to do this. You know,
Right.
we are professional coaches. We know how to do so. If you need this really professional help, so we can go through the technique exactly how to do. But on a basic life, you really can do by yourself. You don't need much help of that.
I think people need guidance. So I think your meditation
But
idea is a good idea
yes.
because they don't know where to start. At least for me, I'd never done meditation before. So I do it all wrong.
For me, this new too.
By the books, if anyone watched the way I did it, it's 100% wrong, but it works for me.
Yes.
So for me, it's a baby step. At least I turn it on when I'm in the shower. That's not the way you're supposed to do it, but it's a step. It clears
Whatever-
my mind
exactly.
enough.
Whatever make you
Right.
feel better, wherever you are smiling of listening this, or you know what, you feel pleasant what you're listening, that's for you. You know, because we don't have a secret answer for everybody the same. You know what? We are unique. Everybody is so unique. Something working for you, not working for me. You know, this is same in diet when the people say, "Oh, I go to this diet because these people." Yeah, these people, yes, but you are not them. You have to find yourself and listen your body, what your body asking. And one of the stress point when the people when they're stressful, they start eating a lot.
Right. I've seen it go both ways. You're either a stress eater or a stress under eater.
Yeah.
So, but you know what I find fascinating, and I'm sure you've seen this when you work with your clients, is when you shift your energy to a positive energy, your house, your relationships change.
Everything changed.
So my
Everything
husband, I
changed.
was on my way here, and I hadn't talked to him all day, and he says, "You're not going to believe this, but you are."
Yes.
And all these great things that happened today.
And this is actually work very miracle when one of the member of the family start changing, a whole family is changing, you know. And because this actually a woman is, I think, is responsible for relationship, I think it's we are women have to start doing this, you know. Start doing activity with
We
the
have a
family.
big emotional
physical
component, right?
Yes, yes.
We do. We just do.
Because we are emotional and
Because we're just emotional.
yeah, we have so many things in our
Right.
mind, and because of we do all organize in the house everything, so we have to change things in the family. So
You're right.
First is the physical activity. Second is the focusing on the right thoughts and change. When you find yourself, you know what, you are sitting at work and your mimic is like, you know, tight and everything, and you're not smiling. Just, you know what, I recommended people to put the mirror where are they working. Put the small mirror over there.
Just take
And
a
all
selfie.
all the time when you look at
Right.
the mirror, just smile. Just smile. You know what? I think is one of the scientists. They do experiment with very depressed people. I mean, depressed. They even depressed when they sleeping. You know.
It's heartbreaking, I know.
Yes, and what this doctor do, they put the big mirror in their room, and they tell them when you're waking up, look at the mirror and smile like a crazy with a very big smile. And this is only what they're asking them to do. Next step, just start move your hands,
That's it.
move your body some way. You know what? After 4 months, these people is not need a medication for depression anymore.
It's going back to those little steps. So
And then the
Right.
third step is actually, this is practical thing to do. You have to say, because the word is very powerful
if you
instrument.
verbalize it, right?
Yes, you gonna say, I love my life.
Right.
Even this moment you think is not the perfect life what you wishing, But when you start talking every day in every situation, my life become better and better, and I love myself, it's a change completely. But
Yes.
the point is, I always say to my people who coming for the help, is have to be constantly. This is like you want to be a basketball player. What you have to do? Practicing.
And you just set your goals.
You
And I always set
practicing
small goals.
and practicing every day. Whatever is take you, breathing. For example, one of the part of the physical movement and activities, start breathe. Because you know what? I found that people don't know how to breathe.
You
They
know
just-
why? Because you get so stressed, you stop breathing.
You know
and
what?
your shoulders
They
go
not
up,
move.
right?
Yeah, they not move. It's stressful, and they sit and don't do nothing.
Right.
So I teach them how to breathe too. It's our program is so going fast.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yes.
thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be
Yes.
on, I guess, the end of your show as you embark on new things.
Yeah. Yes.
But you can find me and my co-host.
I'm gonna take a break for I don't know for how long because I will be grandmother after 1 week. So I'm very happy about this. So
That's great.
And I think
Congratulations.
we're gonna do show again
Yes.
with you. It's so much
Yeah,
pleasure
so we'll
to be
talk.
with you. Yes.
can find us and my co-host who happens to be away
Okay.
on Two Broads from Boca.
Yeah.
Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on WWNN Radio, 1470.
Any question, go to my website, go to Nadia Roche on YouTube, and we will be with you.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you.
Good luck.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to Change for a Better Life with Nadia Roche as she explores the mysteries of life, love, and health. Tune in next week for another chapter that will help you make the right choices in your everyday situation. If you wish to contact Nadia, please call her at 954-907-5176 directly or visit the website www.changeforthebetter.tv. And thank you for tuning in for Change. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily